Alright, so what we're going to do now is look at the close integration between Unity and Maya. First thing I got to do though, I got to clean house just a little bit because I was playing around with things. And you don't want to play around with things. So ignore this first part. It's just me fixing my stuff. There we go. Even though these are walls, I have to name it polysurface 3 for just for this lesson. Alright, now what I'm going to do here is just repair this wall. I'm just going to merge edge tool and merge it up, and then export all. I'm going to export it right over the top of the level, FBX, and then over here in Unity, if I hit play, you're going to notice that over here, no tear in the wall. Okay. Now let's get better at this. As long as these are named the same in Maya, everything should be copacetic. So, in other words, if I want to change the naming convention here and have a live update, I got to make sure it's back in Maya, the same name. And that's what you just seen. So, in here, let's kind of show how that works. I'm going to add a sphere to the level. Okay, and let's export all and export right over the top of level 1 and hit yes. And let's go back to Unity. Magical sphere appears in the room, and there it is. That easy. Now could you imagine how you could develop a level just because of that fact right there? But anytime, let's say I go in here and call this sphere or ball, let's call it ball here, and then back in Maya, we take this ball and we move it. Let's move it into the room that we just fixed, or somewhere close to it, so I don't have to keep running all the way to it. Let's now save that by exporting all, level SBX, and let's go into Unity. And see what it did? It used this one as the naming convention. You can call it watermelon surprise over here. It doesn't really matter. But over here, this is what it's using. And this one is an awful hard thing to rename. So, just kind of know that the naming convention back in Maya closely matches this one over here, not this one over here. Once in a while you'll get an error. Once in a while, let's say if I delete by type history or something like that back in Maya, it might randomly rename something back in Maya. We'll call it ball here. We'll call it ball 55 here. Ball 55. It'll take and rename it over here for you. Okay? So don't go renaming everything in here. Better to rename everything in Maya. Alright? Just some things that you got to be wary of. Naming stuff is very important right off the bat before you even import in. Don't kind of redo it all in Unity. It's a real big pain. And as long as you stick by those rules, you should be fine. Once you scale everything perfect, anything that you do in Maya will closely match the scale over here in Unity, because it's always going to do this to it. It's going to convert it over. Now that sphere, you remember that we generated some colliders, right? Just know that over here on the collider, here's mesh colliders, just make sure that it's named the same thing. So here's ball 55. That's important. Now in the next video I want to show you a link that you can go to learn the entire Unity game engine. This was just a way of bringing in your level and kind of walking around, and I'll show you that resource in the next video.